Hello, this is David Pinto, developer of TypeAbility. This is the first of several TypeAbility tutorials that's oriented towards teachers and assistants, both sighted and blind. First of all, visually you can see the desktop of my computer, and we're going to launch Fun with TypeAbility. So we'll minimize applications and press F until we find Fun with TypeAbility.
Windows M, F, Favorites, F, Fun with TypeAbility.
So if we press Enter now, this program that teaches keyboarding skills, editing skills, navigation skills, how to use dialogues, how to use lists and checkboxes and radio buttons, etc. This program that has loads of fun and educational games, and that even gives you the ability to create your own lessons. The program will open and welcome you. Now, with all these features, you'd think TypeAbility would take a long while to learn how to run, but it's not so. TypeAbility is a cinch. And why? Because you run it using the top row function keys on your keyboard. And there's a picture of what those keys do constantly on the TypeAbility screen. And of course, for the blind, they're never at a loss for what to do because TypeAbility constantly provides them friendly and timely information.
Enter TypeAbility dialog. Good afternoon and welcome to TypeAbility. I will be your guide through all your lessons, but I don't know your name yet, so either you or your assistant should type your first name, then a space, and then the first letter of your last name, and finally just press enter. Then, bingo, your lessons will begin.
Well, what I was told was to sign in. Well, if I don't know how to type, then the assistant obviously is going to have to do that. But let's say I'm an old user of TypeAbility 3.
ENGLBERT space Y.
Press enter.
Enter. Well, I don't believe it. Engelbert, is that really you? Are you the Engelbert that I used to know in TypeAbility 3? Wow, you've come back, and how cool is that? Well, a big welcome to you. Engelbert, this is your first time you run TypeAbility 4?
Yeah.
Well, you are going to love it, trust me. Now, the last typing lesson you were working on was lesson 12, but in TypeAbility 4, there are 20 new typing lessons, so before anything else, I think it would be a great idea for you to study some of those new lessons. And as always, you can find these new lessons in the list of lessons, so just press F3 twice quickly and arrow through the lessons until you find the new ones that you would like to study. Well, did I tell you, Engelbert, you're going to have a blast? Yes, sirree, a big, beautiful blast. So
Okay.
go for it. Just press F3 twice quickly and check out the list of lessons and games.
Oh boy, I certainly feel welcome, and I know exactly what I'm supposed to do next. But before I do that, I want to describe the visual interface. You see, we designed it from the ground up so that it was as informative as possible for sighted assistants, who often would rather, shall we say, not pay close attention to JAWS instructions. So looking at the top third of the screen, what I see are 8 squares, each representing one of the function keys that you find at the top of the PC keyboard. And each one has text in it that lets you know what that function key does. Starting with the top of each square, it says F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, etc. And under the F1 is repeat instructions. For F2, it says next or repeat. For F3, it says keyboarding lesson list. And F4 shows dictation lesson list, etc., etc. Each label letting you know what the key on your keyboard does. Then under those 8 squares is a line that shows the current lesson and accuracy and speed. So right now it says Engelbert's last lesson, November 6th, 2009. He was on lesson 12, it says. So just at a glance, a teacher who has perhaps many desks that they're going to can just look and he can see where the student is currently at. Under that status line is a larger field that gives more information about what the student is doing in the current lesson. If there's no lesson running, then it's some significant reminders. For instance, right now, I see attention helpers. To close TypeAbility, press escape 3 times quickly. And for more help, press insert plus H. So visually very clear about what's supposed to be done. Now, let's go back to the instructions that we were given. F3 opens a keyboarding lesson list. Now, F3 twice quickly.
Please wait. Pick a lesson or task dialog. Engelbert, this is the pick a lesson or task dialog, and it contains a list of the keyboarding lessons and games. So, just arrow to the lesson or game you want and press enter to start it. 1. The top row, escape and function keys F1, F2, F3, F4, F5.
Okay, well that's the first lesson. Let's take a look at the second lesson.
2. New letters from the home row. A, S, D, F, J, K, L. Closed.
It says closed. That's because this is a tree view. And if I right arrow, I will see all of the tasks in this lesson. Let's go back up to the first lesson and take a look at its tasks.
1. The top row. Escape and function keys F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. Closed.
So I'll right arrow.
Open 1. The top row. Escape and function keys
Now I'm going to down arrow and look at the tasks.
Level 2. Escape key space 1 of 6. Escape F1 space 2 of 6. Escape F1, F2 space 3 of 6.
Do you see how the keys that are taught in this very first lesson are the easiest keys to find on the keyboard, and that they are the ones that run typeability?
Escape F1, F2, F3 space 4 of 6.
So there's 4 of 6. It's telling me how many tasks there are. Now, if I close this with a left arrow.
Level 1. 1. The top.
Let's go down and go to the next lesson.
2. New letters from the home row. A, S, D, F, J, K, L. Closed.
So the second lesson is devoted to the home row, and Typeability teaches the home row very thoroughly and in a very entertaining way. Now, after a lesson with new letters, the next lesson is typing words with those new letters.
3. Word practice. The home row. Closed.
And if we open it and arrow down.
Open. Level 2. As 1 of 7. Sas 2 of 7. Add 3 of 7. Dad 4 of 7. Sad 5 of 7. Fad 6 of 7.
Now, just for fun, let's run the lesson. And if we press enter on a selected task, then the lesson will start from that task. So let's up arrow back to the word sad and run the lesson from sad.
Sad 5 of 7.
I'll press enter and see what happens.
Enter. Lesson 3. Word practice. The home row. Task 5. Engelbert, before I tell you what your next task is, I want to tell you something that you might not know. Did you know what happens when you press the F1 key twice quickly? If you press the F1 key twice quickly, I will remind you what you're supposed to do. That's right, if you ever forget what you're supposed to do, all you have to do is press the F1 key twice quickly, and then I'll remind you what you're supposed to do.
Well, I was ready to start typing a word, but we got an example of how Typeability provides tips when students are ripe for new information. So let's follow the tip and press F1 twice quickly.
Here's what you're supposed to do. Just type the word sad. It's spelled S-A-D. Once again, just type S-A-D.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. Here we go.
Yes, you got it. Now press the A-D.
Now, I don't know what to do next. I'll press F1 twice.
Just press space.
Oh, okay.
Space. You got it. Again, type sad, then space.
Oh, right.
E. But you're really close. Type S. That's S as in Sue. The S is below the E.
Oh.
S. You got it. Now press the A-D. Space. Good job. Again. S-A-D. Space. Exceptional. One last time, Engelbert.
Oh.
S-A-D. Space. Super da duper. Now type the word fad, then space. The word fad is spelled F-A-D. For example, a fad is something that lots of people love, but they love the fad just for a short time because they get tired of that fad and find a new fad to love for a while. Go ahead and type fad, then space. Type it 4 times.
Okay, I can do that. Fad.
F-A-S. But you're really close. Type D. That's D as in David. S-O. Almost Engelbert. Type D. That's D as in David. The D is to the right of the S. F. No, but you're also close, Engelbert. Type D. That's D as in David. The D is to the left of the F. E. Whoops, you just missed it. Type D. That's D as in David. The D is C. No, but you're really close. Type D. That's D. X. Almost Engelbert, but not quite. E. No, Engelbert. Be careful. S. Whoa, for goodness sake. F. Holy macaroni. W. Jiminy Crickets. Engelbert. S. E. Ga. E. Wowie. Owie. F. Oh no. C. Oh gosh, got W. You must be kidding.
Yes, I admit it. I was kidding.
D. Goody. Now press the space. Space. Oh yeah, again. F-A-D space. Right on. F-A-D space. Outstanding. One last time, Engel. F-A-D space. Bravo. You finished the last task in lesson 3. Your speed was 10 words per minute and your accuracy was 91%. Would you like to do the next lesson? What do you say, Engelbert? If you do, just press F2 twice quickly right now. Or to end your typeability session, just press escape 3 times quickly. Make your choice, Engelbert.
Oh, okay. So I got into this lesson by pressing F3 and choosing from the lesson list. But I can go to the very next lesson just by pressing F2, and sighted assistants can see that. On the screen it says F2 next or repeat. Now, repeat actually is done by pressing F2 not twice, but 3 times. Okay, so let me just try that and see what happens.
Repeating lesson. Lesson 3, word practice, the home row. Okay, Engelbert, make sure you're sitting up straight, because doctors tell us that sitting up straight makes your body healthier, but slouching in a chair for a long time, yuck, that's definitely not good for your health. Okay, here we go. In this lesson, you will be typing words and...
Well, let's stop right there. Let's say the teacher comes over. They want to see how I'm doing, so they check out the current lesson and task info bar, but they want to see more. They want to see the entire session record. Well, at the top, there's a help square that says F12. Progress reports.
Engelbert's progress report dialog. Engelbert's progress report for today is now displayed and ready for reading. Just press the down arrow to start reading today's progress report, and when you're done reading it, press escape to return to the main window.
Okay, so press the down arrow.
Typeability lesson number 3, word practice. The home row. Engelbert did tasks 5, 6, 7. Accuracy equals 91%. Speed equals 10 WPM.
10 words per minute. Now, visually up at the top of this screen, there are instructions too. It says to view all of Engelbert's progress reports, all of them. Press escape to close this dialog and press F12 3 times quickly. Engelbert's history document will open. And to view other students' progress reports, go to, and then it gives a path. The Start menu, Programs, Typeability for Student Records. So you can see all of your students' progress reports in that place. Right now, we're just interested in Engelbert's progress for all sessions. Now, he's only had one, so it should be the same information, but let's just take a look at it. So we're going to escape from this dialog.
Escape, Typeability, dialog.
And we'll press F12 3 times.
History, Engelbert, y.txt, notepad, edit, type and text.
Okay, and so what we see is this.
September 23rd, 2011, star session 1 star.
Aha, the first session.
Typeability keyboarding lessons equals star. Typeability lesson number 3, word practice. The home row. Engelbert did tasks 5, 6, 7. Accuracy equals 91%. Speed equals 10 WPM.
And I'll down arrow.
Blank.
Nothing else. But a record of all his future sessions will be recorded here, so the teacher will have a great idea of what he's achieved and what he still needs to work on. Let's close this document.
Alt F4.
And now let's close Typeability by pressing Escape 3 times quickly.
See you later, alligator.
And we're back on the desktop, and this is the end of the tutorial part 1.